Hey everybody, welcome to AJS News. This is the first of two videos we got for you today.
But please, a word from our sponsors.
What are we working out today?
But these things won't stay in. Damn it.
You having trouble?
Yeah.
They're brand new. Let me see. Oh, geez, man, you've got a mustache coming out of your ear. That's so gross. Here, use the Weed Whacker 2.0. It'll take care of your ears and your nose. Stop being gross.
Huh? What'd I do with this?
Guys, you only get one chance at a first impression. Make sure it's a good one. It's time to level up your groom game with the Weed Whacker 2.0 nose and ear trimmer. Get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com/Angry Joe Show. Thank you to Manscaped for always supporting our show. They got a bunch of badass products. Click the links down below and go through them. AJS News, I have been working on basically a kind of a new studio over the weekend. Been really busy getting all the board games out of my house. That took a long time. It took like a year. There's like 87 board games that I got rid of. But to let you know, Dead Island 2 Angry Review, I've also been working over that over the weekend. Almost done. I should have it out hopefully by late tonight to tomorrow night at the latest. So look for our Angry Review. I know it's a little late, but I still want to get it out there anyway because it's funny. Monday or Tuesday on that, and then we'll jump right into Star Wars and Redfall and try to catch up a little bit. So that's what's in AJS News. What the hell is going on in gaming, Alex?
Some companies are doing really well in the gaming industry, and Hogwarts is the new one that we're talking about this week. $1 billion globally. Time and care was put into the game. Yep. It was made by passionate people who are passionate about the IP.
They deserve it. And I don't want to hear no motherfucking bullshit in the goddamn comments, okay? That woman was going to make money anyway, so it don't fucking matter. These are some good developers. Avalanche, I've been following their work for a long time. Talked with a lot of their people from behind the scenes. I think they told me about games they were working on that got canceled. I guess maybe I shouldn't share what they are. And I was just like, man, I hope that company one day does really well.
And they
and
did.
It looks like this. It looks like this is the one. So yeah.
15 million units worldwide.
Damn, 15 million.
Yeah, it's on the top of everyone's list right now for Game of the Year. So, I mean, there's a lot more.
Lara Croft was like 3 million. Remember, though, that when Square Enix was all disappointed with the sales, it was like 4 million, something like that.
It turns out when you make an amazing single-player game, people like it, or just games in general, because, we've talked about Elden Ring hitting these milestones and these other major games. It's like, you do good work, EA. You're going to sell a lot of games, like an absurd amount of games. And so it's good to see. So
I was happy for that one.
Yeah. And I know this is going to make OJ super happy in this one. Winnie the Pooh is going to have an eldritch horror game set in the 100-Acre Wood.
Yes, what? I still need to watch that movie.
Oh,
which one?
Blood and Honey.
What?
Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh,
the one that has a 0%.
It's so bad.
It's so bad. That's why you want to watch it.
Well, I want to watch it. I'm waiting for Amazon to release it, but right now it's for rent. And I was like, I don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, just wait till it's on VOD.
I am.
Oh
I don't want to pay for it, but yeah, this looks interesting.
Yeah, the 100-Acre Wood has been twisted by some unknown cosmic force. So it's a cosmic horror. Christopher Robin is in trouble. And it's a first-person action-adventure game that promises a Lovecraft-style take on a world filled with heffalumps, woozles, cherished creatures like
scared me as a kid.
I don't even know what those are, Joe. What are they?
This is like weird neon color aliens, elephants and stuff like that.
No, and the movie I thought you were talking about is that isn't there one recent one like The Last Hurrah? The license owners was like Ewan McGregor, wasn't he in it? He was like an older Christopher Robin.
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever see that?
I did not see
you
that
didn't
one.
see that either.
No.
Okay. Well.
I want Winnie the Pooh in horror.
Yeah. Maybe not that movie, the horror movie that came out. This
No,
this
it's gonna
sounds
be
more
bad.
promising. This game has already been banned in China, probably. I mean,
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
that's
It
right.
looks like
Yeah. It's like, I mean, come on. It's funny.
so stupid.
There were some people who pre-ordered Jedi Survivor and the Deluxe Edition in order to get some cool shit, right? You know, they're big fans of the franchise. And a lot of that cool shit disappeared this week. DLC,
What?
yeah, people who had paid for this DLC content, the stuff was disappearing for the game. According to some people, I bought the game on EA, so I tried repairing the game. Didn't work. Restart my PC, turn it on and off again, deleted the
gone.
game, re-download it. Still, all the stuff was missing. And EA eventually figured out what the problem is. But this is a problem when you pay extra money to a company like fucking EA.
Yeah.
That sometimes their servers go down for their single-player games that should not have to be online only as well, and then you don't get to play your single-player game, and then your DLC goes away. And that's the other thing that happened this last week is on May the 4th, Star Wars Day, many people couldn't play the game because EA servers were down all over the place in their single-player offline game, and it's just ridiculous. And so, like, as much as we talked about how praising things like Hogwarts for companies doing it right and making sure that, you know, fans get what they want and they made a fucking $1 billion over it, you have these other people who are not always doing it right.
Can't play it on the most important
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, and so it was a rough launch for Star Wars Survivor, especially with some of the performance issues and other things going on. But people still like Cal Cletus. You know,
Calculated?
Yeah, with
Yes.
the full mullet, the wife beater,
I'll
the
find
handlebar.
I'll find a picture of it and put it
Yeah,
up.
I mean that's my my Jedi. Like I'm kind of worn out on like I don't want any more Jedi shit, but I'll play that guy.
Yes.
Cal's
He
great.
looks amazing.
I really like Cal. Xbox Game Pass had taken away the $1 sale that everyone kind of liked. That you get to try out the service, really get the feel of what Xbox Game Pass is, which I still think is a great deal.
It is.
And-
Everyone has it that I know.
well, so now that if you're trying to give it to people who may not have had it, you can give 5 of your friends who have never had Game Pass and don't have Game Pass now free Xbox Game Pass trial. So you'll get 5 codes every year that you can give to people that you know for a free trial of Xbox Game Pass. So if you have friends that you want to torture and you're like, hey, I want you to have a bad weekend. Why don't you play Redfall with me? And you don't want them to like really suffer, so don't pay money. You can be like, I'm gonna give.
Yeah,
you
I
this
was
Game
thinking
Pass.
this deal has like a little attachment to it. It's like, why is it automatically downloading Redfall for me?
Yeah.
It's like it comes with it's a package deal. That's what it is.
Yeah, if it like when Ubisoft was paying people to play their goddamn games, it's like please, if you download Redfall, I'll give you Game Pass.
We'll give you $20 or
for a
something.
year. Yeah, so this is going to refresh every single year. So according to Phil Spencer, we're going to talk a lot about. They've seen incredible growth on PC. The PC marketplace is doing really well for Microsoft and for Xbox, and it works for me. Not forcing me to play on their own proprietary system, which I don't necessarily want to buy, and being able to play on my PC is great news.
Well, I already have it. Don't have any more 5 friends, so that's about it. You guys have it now. So we're done.
I already have it, Joe.
Yeah, it's like, well, what am I gonna do? Who am I gonna give it to now?
Joe, you don't have more than 5 friends? Fucking bullshit, Joe. You're friends with everyone. Okay? I don't have more than 5 friends. You, Alex, and a few more people. And okay, I guess I do have more.
So there you go.
friends.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
you're not gonna give them the Xbox Pass.
I have
They
about
won't-
5. I
they're
have
not
about
gonna
5. About 5. They can have the Game Pass.
Yeah, just look in the comments. There'll be a bunch of people looking to be OJ's
Okay,
friend,
so
yeah.
there you go.
Well, speaking of Phil Spencer, he had kind of a rough week. Lots of interviews, lots of
Redfall questions?
Redfall questions and apologies. We're first going to get into the consoles, and so people are asking him. It's just like, hey, Xbox comparatively to PlayStation 5 is not selling that well, and he reiterated, he's like, we're not trying to out console Sony. Sony only sells games for their platform, for their console. Xbox is trying to get the PC market and the Xbox because ultimately they don't make money selling you the consoles, they make money selling you the games, so the more games they sell, the better. And so he's trying to get in that. But
That dollar deal.
yeah. And so, not out trying to out-console Sony or out-consoling Nintendo. There really isn't a great solution or win for us as far as the specific console market. And he said, this is what he says. And I know that will upset a ton of people, but the truth of the matter is when you're third place in the console marketplace and the top 2 players are as strong as they are and have, in certain cases, a very discrete focus on doing deals and other things that kind of make being Xbox hard for us as a team, that's on us, not on anyone else.
And motherfucker grabbed that L. He said, let me take that L. Is that we are third place and we are happy with that third place. Nah, that wasn't the right way to put that. I'm no Xbox or Xbox fanboy. I used to be when I first started this whole thing. I was huge into Xbox. I was my console, and I was into console wars. And then I fucking grew up. So if you're still in console wars, it's time for you to grow up. But I get what he's saying. He just didn't kind of quite put it in the right words, and he disappointed a lot of, the fanboys. You don't want to disappoint the fanboys. They're the ones that are championing your shit all over. That's just depressing. It feels depressing.
He's just making themselves seem smaller because they want to get that deal done.
Right.
Like, well, we're just little people here. We're third place. They're doing some shady shit.
Can we have our deal?
What are we going to do?
That's right, bitch. Now we own everything. Stupid fuck.
It might be.
No, I'm with you, Joe. I like that explanation. That's a good explanation. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so someone was trying to lead him into a weird argument, trying to say, like, oh, what's going to make people get rid of their PS5s for an Xbox? And he's like, nothing.
Right.
That's a stupid thing.
Good.
He should have looked the person in the face and like, that's a stupid fucking question.
That's a
Get out of here.
thing.
But he was trying to be, and so there's the soundbite going around of him saying, nothing's going to make people throw away their PlayStation 5s for an Xbox. And they're like, aha, you lose. It's like,
you like it better.
or you just have 2 of them, or you play games on different ways.
Yeah.
But
Shut
I have
up.
my PS5.
I'm an
I still got
adult.
my 360.
But things are looking down for Xbox as far as the console side of the games. All of their big heavy hitter, well, not all of them, but a lot of their big heavy hitters.
Right now, Redfall.
You want to play Redfall?
I'm a little worried with Starfield.
You want to play Halo?
No. Oh, you should be
No.
worried about Starfield.
How do you think the Activision Blizzard deal's going? Is that going well? And so everything is not looking great for Microsoft right now. And then like you mentioned, is Phil Spencer this week had to apologize for Redfall's disappointing launch. He promised to keep working on it, and he's like, it's on me.
There's not enough to fix it, though.
Fuck. I left it to them because the more I look into the situation, the more I see that, Xbox had a little bit more involvement with Starfield, but kind of Redfall was done a little later so that they didn't really go full hands-on. Now, I'm not excusing that because that's their fault. They should have been like, okay, show us what you got. Oh, hell no, you need to delay this shit, right? So that is on them. But I've seen reports where they weren't as hands-on, and they just assumed that everything was okay. Oh, Arcane, Austin, yeah, we're fucking Dishonored. Yeah, go ahead. Prey, all that stuff is good, right?
And Todd's in charge of them, right? I think.
No.
He's
maybe oversees it or something, but they should have been like, oh.
Yeah, it's done.
Fuck. Yeah, that was one of the biggest disasters, and wait for our video. Well, we actually got a rant out there. Check that rant in the meantime. But yeah,
so Phil says he's disappointed. I'm upset with myself, like he was the one that made it a giant pile of shit.
Well, that's what he knows people want to hear.
Yeah.
They want to hear him take responsibility. He is the boss. It is a major release. It is on Game Pass.
$7.
I don't know what the fucking job description is on the bosses, but I think a good boss would be like, I'm going to play some of these every once in a while. When I go visit the studio or whatever, check in on things, kind of get my hands on it and be like, I don't know. But maybe Phil Spencer doesn't have any idea how to review a game or whatever, and he's like,
or he's got people lying.
Yes, this is okay. Right, everybody's talking into his ear, talking the game up as he's playing. They're having him go through a specific section. So, yeah, that probably wouldn't work.
You call your boyfriend.
Yeah.
The ex-boyfriend, Joe.
Okay,
it's
and
the
then what?
ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, your ex-boyfriend.
Your ex-boyfriend vampire to help you. Isn't that a cool power?
And you have an umbrella and an elevator.
Oh, Ella, A.
I was like, well, that sucked.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, but no, he just shouldn't be doing that. It should be quality control. Should be other people doing it. So I think it is.
Again, I've heard before.
That's what he should have done.
It's like, here's a report. They're like, oh, this guy doesn't like this. It's like, well, whatever. We're not going to listen to this guy.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Oh,
because you're paying us.
testers. Yeah.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when you go out and tell everyone it's going to be a 60 FPS game, especially on your console, the one that it's your console, like we are releasing this game,
yeah.
and then someone who works for the company should be like, "Whoa, boss, we can't because it's 30 FPS."
And then they got to put a sticker on it afterwards.
Yeah, and so that's one of the issues.
This game is 60 frames per second, 30 frames per second. I mean,
just like that.
Now, one thing that I did like that he said is Spencer said that delaying Redfall's release wouldn't have solved its most fundamental problems. Sure, it would have solved the FPS issues, but that's not its fundamental problem. The fundamental problem is it's not a good game. And he actually addresses it. He's like, there are clearly quality issues. The bigger problem is the game isn't realizing the creative vision that it had for its players. And it's just like, wow, I was so shocked that he went out. I mean, he didn't say... If you need a translator, the corporate translator for that is our game is a giant pile of shit.
Sucks.
It sucks. And that is, I mean, that's damning right there for Phil Spencer to go out and so like,
Yeah.
kudos for you for being honest about it because it's true. Anyone who paid money for this got absolutely fucking ripped off.
Yeah.
If you got Xbox Game Pass specific for this and only this,
you made out all right.
well, this got ripped off. But then there's a bunch of other cool stuff to make up for it. But it was,
Yeah.
$70. Wasn't there a $100 one?
Oh my God!
There's a $100 version. I feel sorry
What
for you
the
if you. Well, I don't
right.
know. What were you
No.
thinking? What
Yeah,
were you thinking?
I don't know. The percentage of buyers has to be low. I mean, I'm talking low.
sub 15%.
I think gamers have gotten smarter over the years. Now you got your aunts, your uncles, your grandmas, your grandpas, and buying games for the kids. So I'm thinking probably 5%, 10%. In that area, maybe lower. So, but still, that's a percentage of people that's like, oh fuck, might as well just burn that. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's good that he's taking responsibility. I don't know if he needs to go that far. The game fucking sucks.
Well, he didn't
I
say
think it
it
would have been.
sucked,
I mean,
but-
if it didn't have so many goddamn performance issues, I think it would have been all right.
Not even. Not for me. It was boring.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. It's fucking the same shit over and over. But so is Dead Island 2, and that's at least that one works. Dead Island 2 works.
So the game is coming out to double digits scores lower than what Microsoft expected. I imagine it's they were expecting like a 30%, and then it's like a 2. They said he promises they're going to fix it. Like all the game companies say they're going to fix it. Remember,
I'm gonna fix it.
They fixed Saint Row, right? You went back to Saints Row.
I'll fix it later.
Yeah, it worked.
I went back
Again,
and
that's like
uninstalled it.
a small percentage of a percentage who they actually fix it for. You have to get it right the first time. This is why you release a game. That's the state that we review it in, because that's when 100% of people who are going to buy it. Or 100% of people that buy it, play it. Though the statistic probably is like 98%, because I'm sure some people buy stuff and then they forget to fucking play it. I don't know, rich people, I don't fucking know. But you know what I'm saying. And then by the time the goddamn patch comes out a year later, because they're working on a skeleton crew and they're doing other things and they've devoted teams to other games, who's going to benefit from the patch at that point? 5% of the player base? 10% of the player base? Fuckers... I think, what is it, like, the statistics, like 20% of people finish a game story anyway, 30%, something like that. Lazy-ass motherfuckers. Finish your games. I'm on dad mode. Finish your food! Finish your food before you eat more food. Unless it sucks, then unless it's rancid, then
Well, there are games that have good bones, so to speak, that have problems, right? And then you could recognize it's like, oh man, this game could be fixed to the point where I'm like, I'm having a ton of fun. There's
Cyberpunk?
That's a good example. But like, there's never a time when I was playing this game where I'm like, oh, the bones of the game are really good.
No.
I like the loot system. I didn't. I like the characters. Definitely don't. Level design. Also no. AI is terrible. It's like, what about
the loot
this?
is the best part, and it's below average.
It's below average. So it's like, what about this game is wants me that I'm like, oh, I'll come back in 6 months when they fix everything. There's nothing there. There's not enough there for me to like want to go back, even if they do fix it. So I think it's going to be a too little, too late thing for me.
It is.
But they already stole my money, via Game Pass. So whatever. All right, you had some ones.
Yeah, so, I bought what did I fucking pay for the PSVR 2, Joe?
$600.
$600 fucking dollars, and we haven't played it since. I thought so. That hurts. I'd rather have spent
The
that
games
on
are coming, Joe.
Warhammer Wednesdays. Check it out with me and Jay and the boys eventually when we get into a campaign. Fuck. Anybody want to buy PSVR 2 or trade for your Warhammer miniatures? So, the wonderful world of VR is expanding. MetaQuest has announced their gaming showcase date and time where they're going to show, Facebook's going to show off their brand new shit, which is probably going to be the MetaQuest 3 that is, rumored to maybe be this year, later on in the year, and then hopefully some killer fucking VR titles, even though they themselves admit, we're having problems with making the games, and the retention rate is what they called it, where, people bought the MetaQuest 2, and it's surprising numbers, but people aren't really playing it right now.
There's nothing to play on it. It's like,
Well, they also got the layoffs, too. Who's going to be working on these things?
Yeah, metaverse. It's like, log into the metaverse. It's like, no. It's like, but please, it's the only thing we worked on.
Please?
Like, no. Absolutely.
Please? No. June 1st is the date. So, June 1st, 10 a.m.
I have the date saved right here. I promise I will not forget. Because I will remember to not watch that.
Well, guess what, Alex? It'll be available on Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, and Horizon Meta Worlds.
What?
Your favorite app. That thing still exists. The 5 people are gonna watch it in there, and it's your only chance to meet Zuckerberg himself.
Will he have legs?
He'll probably be in there. He'll have legs, but you won't, because that's only billionaires only.
That's
Billionaires have legs only. The company confirms there will be 40 minutes of content in the main showcase. Brand new VR game announcements, first looks at upcoming titles, major updates to current game, and much more.
You use that word loosely. Content.
There's a 15-minute pre-show. I don't give a shit about that, and so we'll just see. We're gonna see what the hell they have to offer. I am curious to see if the MetaQuest 3, because I think in the world of VR we have to eventually just go full wireless, make that shit powerful on the unit itself, and then that's the best version of VR, and they're constantly upgrading it. So I think we're still maybe 10 years away or something.
We need better battery life for
battery
that
life
kind of
is the major
thing.
limiter.
Unless you're wearing a fucking backpack with a car battery in it and it's plugging in and you're just
The other way to go in the world of VR, I'm watching a lot of VR stuff, to try and justify my purchase. Big Screen has these tiny VR goggles that are kind of cool. They're you feel like they're barely there, and then it's plugged in with the cord into your PC because there's no actual, it's the processor isn't all in there. It's your PC, but and then it is a fully immersive experience. I think that's where VR enthusiasts are right now.
I think they're all using it for porn.
And then
probably the internet is for porn.
Well, there goes our demonetized.
Yeah. Hey, that's a wonderful song. They won several Tonys.
And then the other thing I got here is I got all excited when I read this on PC Gamer. This new Star Trek website lets you explore the bridge of every major iteration of the Enterprise. I was like, fuck yeah, man. I'm going to go fucking walk around on that fucking bridge. I'm going to press all the buttons. So I went to the website. Are you doing the website?
I did. As soon as I saw that, I was like, oh, sweet. And then the UI is really cool. You just scroll through all the ships and everything looks great until you do the thing that you're there for. And then you're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah, look at this, Joe. What the fuck bridge is that? What is this?
Cafeteria.
They took a wrong picture.
It's a cafeteria.
Enterprise,
sit down.
Enterprise XCV-330 bridge. What is that? I don't fucking know what that is. I guess is that a future bridge from Discovery when it went thousands of years into the future, or is this supposed to be the Star Trek? What's the series that I never watched? Enterprise, right? With the Archer. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I got all excited, goddammit, and then I mean, the website's all right.
Yeah,
it's all right. But I wanted a more immersive experience. Basically, I just want a Star Trek game, and there is one coming. There's Star Trek Resurgence, so we'll be looking into that one. It's like a Telltale
coming out soon,
style thing.
Surprised I hadn't made a Picard one.
I want I want to go
Can I
back.
be Elrond, the
Yeah.
Romulan sword fighter? And
What?
Be Rafi.
Yeah, you can be Rafi, and then you know.
Be 7 and 9.
I'll be
Will
7
they?
and 9.
Won't they? Kind of thing.
Oh yeah, you two together. It's like
No.
it's not combat. It's the relationship.
Will they? Won't they kill 77 Borg with a single broken knife?
And you've got to be
Run
my
out there.
mom.
Done.
Yeah, because Rafi is like the mom. Even though I just met you, you're my mom now.
We had that
And
instant
you're
connection.
constantly announcing how badass you are to the room. So you have to do that, Joe.
You have to superhero jump into every room. Just like,
Some losers.
I'm Ruffy.
yeah.
Yeah, well, that's kind of all I got. So, we got your VR thing coming. You get your Star Trek website to visit the bridges, and somebody tell me what that's from, because I guess I'm not.
It doesn't say on the
It does.
right.
I just told you the ship name. I've never
X3.
Go up on the right of the screen. When you click on the ship, it has a huge breakdown of what the ship
Oh,
does.
yeah, I'm just going from the news website. I'm
Oh.
not on the actual website itself.
Yeah.
Load that. So, yeah, just put it in the comments. All right, cool. Well, thank y'all very much for watching. Thank you to our sponsors, Manscaped.
I know you got ear hair and nose hair in there right now.
yeah,
I know
I
you can feel them. Just fucking. zzz.
I actually just did that. Took care of mine over the weekend because mine literally grows every week. It's grandpa
it
ear.
takes him a half hour.
Yeah. No, not a half hour. And then don't forget our flavored AAA G Fuel Angry Army ammunition. I just tested it earlier when we were doing the news. The 30% off code is still active. So grab your tub. It directly supports the show. Every tub sold. Thank you very much. And we will see you on episode 2 and the next Angry Joe show.
Bye, guys.